Hey everybody, I'm your name, and let's be honest, being a parent is a wild ride. I mean, you love those little ankle biters more than anything, but let's just say, sleep becomes a distant memory. You're basically a milk machine with a pulse. Well, get ready to enter the future, because the baby products I'm about to show you are straight out of a sci-fi movie. Imagine a crib that knows exactly when your baby is about to wake up before they even open their eyes. Sounds impossible? Well, it's now a reality. We've got cribs that rock themselves, bottles that think they're mom, and baby monitors that can practically read minds. But how does it work? And could this technology change the way we parent forever? Stick around, because what you're about to see will leave you speechless. Alright, let's kick things off with something I know we can all relate to: sleepless nights. You know that feeling, right? You're just drifting off to sleep finally, and BAM! Your little bundle of joy decides it's time to belt out their newest opera. But what if I told you there's a crib that can actually predict when your baby is about to wake up? And get this, it can even stop them from fully waking up in the first place. I know, it sounds too good to be true, but it's called the Dream Sync crib, and it's using some pretty cutting-edge technology. So how does it work? Well, this crib is like a high-tech baby whisperer. It's got these biometric sensors built right in that are constantly monitoring your baby's breathing. We're not just talking about whether they're breathing or not, but like the subtle changes in their breathing pattern that happen right before they wake up. It's like baby ESP or something. So, when the DreamSync crib senses those telltale changes in breathing, it doesn't just sit there like a lazy bum. Oh no, it jumps into action. We're talking gentle rocking motions, soothing sounds, the whole 9 yards. It's like having a little robot nanny in there, but without the creepy robot voice. Hopefully. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, this all sounds great, but does it actually work? Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, we've all been burned by those A's seen on TV products before, right? But the DreamSync crib has been getting some serious buzz. Parents are saying it's like magic, that their babies are sleeping longer and waking up happier. And let's be honest, anything that gets those little munchkins to sleep longer is a win in my book. Of course, every baby is different. What works for one might not work for another. But hey, if there's even a chance this thing can give us back a few precious hours of sleep, I'm all for it. And who knows, maybe this is just the beginning. Maybe someday they'll invent a crib that can change diapers and make coffee. A parent can dream, right? Alright, moving on from sleep deprivation to another favorite parenting topic: feeding time. Now, I'm not a parent myself, but I've seen enough episodes of the Baby Channel to know that feeding a baby can be a messy, stressful experience. And for those who choose to bottle feed, finding the right bottle can feel like searching for the Holy Grail. But hold on to your bibs, folks, because the Flow Perfect bottle is here to revolutionize the way we bottle feed. This isn't your grandma's baby bottle, folks. This bad boy has more tech packed into it than my iPhone. So what makes it so special? Well, this bottle is all about mimicking the natural breastfeeding experience. It's got this tiny little microchip inside that actually controls the flow rate of the milk. And it's not just a set flow rate, oh no. This thing is constantly adjusting the flow based on your baby's individual sucking rhythm. That's right, this bottle is basically a baby whisperer in disguise. It's learning how your baby likes to eat and adjusting itself accordingly. No more gulping, no more gas, just a smooth, natural feeding experience. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, are you serious with this? A bottle that can read my baby's mind? Hey, I'm just the messenger here, folks, but the science behind it actually makes sense. See, when babies breastfeed, they're not just passively sucking down milk, they're actually using their little tongues and mouths to create a vacuum and control the flow of milk. It's a whole intricate dance that I don't fully understand, but hey, I'm not a lactation consultant. But the point is, the Flow Perfect bottle is trying to replicate that natural dance as closely as possible. And from what I've heard, it's doing a pretty darn good job. Parents are raving about how much happier their babies are during feeding time, and how much less gassy they are afterwards. Now, I'm not saying this bottle is going to replace breastfeeding altogether, but for those who choose to bottle feed, or for those times when breastfeeding just isn't an option, the Flow Perfect bottle could be a real game changer. Okay folks, buckle up, because this next one is straight out of a sci-fi movie. Forget those grainy black and white monitors of the past. We're talking about a baby monitor that can practically read your baby's mind. Alright, maybe not literally read their minds, but this thing is pretty darn close. Introducing the Mood Sense monitor, the baby monitor that not only shows you your baby but tells you how they're feeling. Remember those old mood rings we used to wear as kids? Yeah, well, this is like that, but a million times more sophisticated. Instead of relying on body heat, the Mood Sense monitor uses some next-level facial recognition technology and breathing pattern analysis to figure out what's going on in that little head of theirs. Is your baby feeling fussy, stressed? Maybe they're hungry, or gassy, or just need a diaper change. The mood sense monitor can detect all of that just by analyzing their little facial expressions and breathing patterns. It's like having a team of baby psychologists monitoring your child 24/7, but without the hefty therapy bills. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, is this thing going to tell me my baby is judging my parenting skills? Hey, I'm not making any promises, folks. Babies are notoriously judgmental creatures. But in all seriousness, the mood sense monitor could be a game changer for parents, especially new parents who are still trying to figure out their baby's cues. Imagine being able to soothe your baby before they even start crying, or knowing exactly when they're hungry instead of playing the guessing game. Of course, like with any new technology, there are bound to be some skeptics out there. Some people might say it's creepy, or that it's taking the intuition out of parenting. But hey, I say anything that can make our lives as parents a little bit easier is worth checking out. Alright, let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, baby fevers. Said no one ever. Seriously, is there anything more stressful than a sick baby? They can't tell you what's wrong, they just cry, and you're stuck there feeling helpless. And don't even get me started on the whole thermometer situation. Well, fear no more, anxious parents, because the Temp Alert patch is here to save the day. This little miracle of modern science is about to make those late-night thermometer battles a thing of the past. Imagine this. A tiny, discreet patch that you stick on your baby's skin. It's so small, they won't even notice it's there. But don't let the size fool you, folks, because this little patch is packing some serious technological firepower. We're talking about advanced sensors that continuously monitor your baby's body temperature 24/7. And I'm not talking about those old-school thermometers that take forever to give you a reading. This thing is giving you real-time updates, sent straight to your smartphone. But here's the real kicker. The Temp Alert patch doesn't just tell you your baby's temperature. It actually alerts you if a fever is starting to spike. That's right, you can catch those fevers before they even really begin. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, is this thing going to go off every time my baby gets a little warm? Look, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure babies are warm creatures by nature. But the Temp Alert patch is smarter than that. It uses sophisticated algorithms to differentiate between a normal temperature fluctuation and a real live fever, so you can relax, knowing that you'll only be alerted when it really matters. And let's be honest, as parents, we'd rather err on the side of caution, right? Especially when it comes to our little ones. The Temp Alert patch gives us that peace of mind, knowing that we can stay ahead of the game and hopefully prevent those fevers from escalating into something more serious. Okay folks, we've talked about sleep, feeding, and fevers. Now let's talk about the granddaddy of them all, baby crying, because let's face it, no matter how much we love those little bundles of joy, their cries can sometimes be, how do I put this delicately, downright ear-splitting. But before you resort to earplugs or noise-canceling headphones, let me introduce you to the Calm Buddy plush. This isn't your average teddy bear, folks. This cuddly companion is packing some serious artificial intelligence under its fuzzy exterior. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, are you telling me they put a robot brain inside a stuffed animal? Well, I'm not saying it's aliens, but okay, in all seriousness, the Calm Buddy plush is pretty amazing. It's equipped with these special sensors that can actually detect your baby's stress levels. That's right, this plush toy can sense when your baby is feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or just plain old cranky. And it doesn't just sit there and watch your baby cry, oh no. The Calm Buddy plush springs into action, activating a series of calming vibrations and soft, soothing sounds. We're talking white noise, heartbeat sounds, even nature sounds. Whatever it takes to lull that little one into a state of blissful tranquility, it's like having a little Zen master living inside a stuffed animal. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, is this thing going to turn my baby into a robot-dependent zombie? Hey, I'm all for a little screen-free time, but I think we can all agree that a calm baby is a happy baby. And if the Calm Buddy plush can help soothe those fussy moments and give parents a much-needed break, then I'm all for it. Plus, let's be honest, who wouldn't want to cuddle up with a soft, fuzzy friend that vibrates and plays calming sounds? I'm not saying I'm going to get one for myself, but... Wow, we've seen some pretty incredible baby tech today, haven't we? From mind-reading cribs to emotion-detecting baby monitors, the future of parenting is looking pretty high-tech. So what's the best baby product for you? Whether you're seeking better sleep, safer feeding, or smarter monitoring, these innovations could change your parenting journey forever. Which product would you try first? Let me know in the comments.